When 20 of the world's top engineers failed to fix a $100 million flaw, no one expected him, a janitor, a single dad working night shifts just to survive, to walk in, look once, and rewrite everything. What happened next? It didn't just change a company, it changed lives. This is a story about hidden brilliance, second chances, and the power of human connection. Meet Marcus Hill, 39 years old, once a rising MIT grad student, now a janitor, mopping floors in a high-rise tech company. He didn't belong in the lobby, he belonged in the labs. But, life doesn't always follow the resume. 10 years ago, his wife passed away in a car crash. Their son, Eli, was only 3. Marcus gave up everything, his PhD, his future, to raise his son full-time. He took whatever job gave him stability, and this one kept the lights on. Every night, Marcus walked into Calypsis Tech, a billion-dollar AI company in Silicon Valley. He cleaned the same hallways where innovation lived and where he once dreamed of being. One floor above Marcus's mop bucket, a war was brewing. The company had just landed a $500 million military contract for AI-based predictive targeting. But there was a fatal flaw. The neural net was misclassifying live targets, with a potential cost of $100 million in errors. Worse, lives could be lost. 20 of the world's top AI engineers had flown in from around the globe. They worked 16-hour days. Still, nothing. The CEO, Ava Lang, a brilliant but cold executive, was running out of patience and time. It was past 1 a.m. on a Thursday. Marcus was cleaning outside the glass-walled conference room, humming softly as he worked. Inside, voices were raised, charts, code, theories, all dead ends. Ava noticed Marcus pause, staring at the whiteboard as he wiped a nearby surface. She opened the door.
Do you need something?
Sorry, ma'am. I noticed something in the loop structure. The feedback weight is recursive. It's collapsing your bias nodes. I think the AI's overfitting to false positives.
Silence. Everyone stared. One engineer snorted, another rolled his eyes.
You understand neural weighting?
I wrote a thesis on it, a long time ago.
Out of curiosity, or maybe desperation, Ava handed Marcus a dry erase marker. He hesitated, then walked in. In under 90 seconds he rewrote 3 key equations and adjusted the data pruning algorithm. Then he stepped back and said,
"That should stabilize the predictive mapping, but I'd run a sandbox test just to be safe."
The lead engineer uploaded the code. The system stabilized instantly. Accuracy 99.8%, the highest they'd ever seen. A stunned silence filled the room. Ava looked at Marcus, then the board, then back again.
Who are you?
The next day, Marcus was called to the top floor, not for janitorial duties, but for a meeting. Ava offered him a full-time position, lead systems architect, 6 figures, benefits, and a flexible schedule for Eli. But Marcus paused. He didn't want to abandon his son's routine overnight. He asked for part-time consulting first, with training sessions for the junior engineers. The board laughed. Ava didn't. She stood and shook his hand. Over time, Marcus and Ava began to talk more. Not just about AI, but about loss, about ambition, about balance. Ava, the ice queen of the tech world, started showing up with coffee for him at his cubicle. He invited her to Eli's science fair. Something changed in both of them. 2 people from completely different worlds, learning to meet somewhere in the middle. Not just as co-workers, but as 2 hearts finally healing. Marcus didn't just fix a broken code. He rewrote a system that overlooked people like him. He proved that brilliance doesn't always wear a lab coat, and sometimes humility can outshine a $1 million resume. So the next time you walk past someone you think is just a janitor, ask yourself, what if you're walking past a genius with a mop in his hand, and a masterpiece in his mind? Moral of the story, true talent has no uniform. Brilliance can come from the most unexpected places. Not just from boardrooms and degrees, but from humility, life experience, and perseverance. Never judge someone by their title. A janitor might know more than a room full of engineers, not because he had more opportunities, but because he made the most of the ones he had. And lastly, everyone deserves a second chance. What the world sees as failure may just be someone waiting for the right moment to rise.
What's something people don't know about stories? They never truly end. There's always a new adventure waiting for you. Just pick your next tale and I'll meet you there. Subscribe to the Story Circle and let me know which story I should tell next in the comments.